To experience the highest of highs, you must first experience the lowest of lows. How can you know joy if you've never known pain? How can you know love if you've never known grief? And how can you truly experience peace if you've never known chaos? That being said, we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons today, so strap in. This is gonna be a weird one. All my videos are weird ones, so I don't know why I said that, but I don't want to take a lot of takes this, so we're sticking with it. I don't like that take, but we're gonna stick with it. So this is not a sequel of my last Dungeons and Dragons story time, but this is actually about the character I mentioned in my Dungeons and Dragons character video.
Deliarch breath. I can't actually hear what that sounds like, so hopefully this is correct.
So a little bit about Deli, because I don't remember how much I've said so far. Deli is a pink dragonborn and is a wild magic druid. It's a homebrew class a little bit. We took something we found online and made it our own thing, given a few things here and there. She eats gold and magic items as a way to recharge her magic, and if she wild shapes, sometimes that can go wild too. Yeah, wild magic sorcerer plus druid works as kind of how you think. This particular Thursday, we were searching through the woods trying to find some lost 8th tribe. Not really relevant to the story, so forget I said that. Point being is during that, Deli, who just got the ability to scry, had a magical orange she uses to scry. Long story I'm not getting into, and she was trying to scry on her dad. That sounds weird without context. Let me back up a little bit. So we're in this place called Far Shore that is about to be invaded by the Crimson Fleet, who was led by Deli's dad. While we were out searching for this lost 8th tribe, Deli was trying to scry on her dad to get an idea of, okay, how much longer do we have left before they arrive? Also, her dad kind of abandoned her as a child, and she blamed him for a lot of her problems, including the wild magic. So she'd really like to find him so she can introduce him to this new thing she found out called violence. So she's scrying on her dad night after night because it keeps failing and it takes a long time. And while usually we roll wild magic on anything above first level spells, this time I just been like, you know what, let's just skip that. We're going to be doing lots of rolls. Let's just hand wave it away. It's not going to cause any problems anyway, even if I had surged. Let's just do this so we can get it done with. Figure out what's happening. So finally she succeeds, scries on her dad. And he's not with the pirates, which is really a shame because you really wanted to try this violence thing with him. So we had a little powwow, talked about the fact that he wouldn't be there, and we realized, hey, there's someone else we can scry on. A girl named Luna. The thing was, as I'd mentioned, we'd kind of just been hand-waving away the wild magic surges, because speed it up and everything, and everyone agreed with that. But since this was in the moment, I decided it seemed appropriate to roll. Okay, so Jelly would say, like,
Well, I guess I can try then.
and she'd take the orange and try and do it then and there. And, I was gonna say, I haven't been doing wild magic. I've been assuming it's been like doing it very carefully, but in this case, since it's immediate, I'm gonna be.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Oh
No! It surges, we did figure it out. Scrying still happens. It just also surges. Yeah,
I surged though.
No.
Oh my gosh, both nat ones. That's incredible.
Yep. Went wild. First time I'd done that in months. I mean, that's not so bad, but thing is, Caleb had an idea.
Here's a question for you, Seth. Do you want me to upgrade the Druid Wild Magic table to be all, like, have all of them be more dramatic since you're at a higher level now?
Yeah.
We might be getting to a point where, like, none of this matters, right?
Yeah, because honestly, the thing is, at lower levels, some of those things could have, like, killed me, but now, like, we're level 10, 11? No, 10. So, like, even a fireball wouldn't kill any of us.
I still think that, like...
No, it's still pretty dramatic, though.
Yeah. We had no clue what we were getting into. Now, before we go any further, I want to make something clear. I don't have a problem with this decision. I think increasing the stakes is probably for the better. Most of the stuff on that table probably would have been inconsequential to, like, almost beneficial, maybe. D&D gets boring without consequences and stakes, so I'm all for that. And, I mean... D&D's combat is a house built out of popsicle sticks and Elmer's glue. So adding some extra stakes probably makes it more interesting anyway. That particular surge didn't do much though, so we left the forest, went back to Far Shore, and prepared for the invasion, which just happened to be the next day. Unfortunately for Caleb, he hadn't prepared the invasion yet, so he ended up being Aang in the episode Nightmares and Daydreams, just pacing back and forth going, "Invasion! Invasion!" Sorry, Caleb. Love you. So the next day comes, pirates arrive in 5 ships, and we go to attack. But, well, that's when the Elmer's glue started to show. You see, as a small, squishy druid, the best thing for me to do during combat is to cast Call Lightning, turn into a bird, and then go boom, 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 over and over again until everyone's dead. Boring, yeah, but effective. So, I went to do that. And, well... So, this is the turn where I actually cast Call Lightning. Just because of the way this works. Because I had to be here to do it. Which does mean...
A freaking surge.
Oh
With
no!
upgraded surges.
The second
Amazing.
surge this session. We haven't had surges
Wow.
I know.
And this is how we sink the ship.
so long.
Caleb, did you already upgrade them in the table?
No, I didn't, but I'll just like maximize whatever I find, right?
Yeah. This is where things took a turn for the worse. Because what did Caleb find? Well, a Crake spawn with a confusing number of limbs. Call Lightning still went off, so I still got my damage, but I was now face to face with a gigantic squid monster. And as the aforementioned small squishy druid, I decided my best thing to do was to get out of there immediately.
So listen,
Okay,
this
so I think-
Kraken isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's gonna
It's not
also attack
automatically
the
an enemy. It's just
ships.
controlled by me. But
And
that
I
doesn't
need to get-
automatically mean it's going to attack a ship.
And I need to get out of the water
It's
now.
the closest
Yeah.
thing. That's my argument. It's the closest thing.
That doesn't mean it's going to automatically attack it, especially if it's like huge.
Kraken
Here's-
love eating ships.
I'm just
Here-
saying.
what
Here's the
food
thing,
It
though,
makes
guys.
the most sense.
Actual
Yeah.
Krakens do. Yeah.
Here is the other potential problem. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now?
Can we just count how many
Are you
natural
kidding
ones
me
Seth has rolled
right
today?
now?
That's
oh
amazing.
no! No! This
All
is
right.
really bad.
Random wild animal
Oh
generator.
my god.
I don't escape.
You turn into a beaver.
Is that really what I turn into?
Yes, yeah, you turn into a beaver.
Yeah, this wasn't my episode. This episode's not about me if you haven't gotten that so far. But as I said at the start of the video, you cannot have amazing highs without amazing lows. We had to keep fighting, so Anna, our monk rogue, decided to jump in the water, grab me, and pull me away so I didn't break concentration. Unfortunately, the Crake spawn followed me, attacked me, and even with war magic, I dropped my concentration. And being the small squishy druid I am, I went down to half health. You know, I'm saying I'm small squishy druid, but I have an AC of 17. So I don't get how that happens. I guess that's the Elmer's glue showing. This is the point where we were starting to wonder if this was going to be a TPK. Not an uncommon occurrence in our sessions. So I lose concentration, but I'm able to at least escape the Crake spawn after divulging in some backstory. So at least I wasn't gonna be the first one to die. And that's when our monk rogue came up with a plan.
Guys, is it bad that I feel like maybe we just abandon this ship and move on to the next one and hope the Kraken takes all these people?
I think that's a great idea.
It might follow me. I don't know.
I don't know
Right,
either.
but I mean, like, it's worth a shot, I feel like. Right?
Can I
It's
make
just
can I make an insight check on the Kraken?
So one Arcana check later, we find out that not only is this Crake spawn pretty intelligent, but it also kind of likes treasure. So with that knowledge, our monk rogue tried an unorthodox method.
Ever here.
Okay,
What if
I
just
would like
throw in some
to
piece of magic?
speak to it in Abyssal, because that seems like something that would be better than common.
Let's check the stat block. It says here that it speaks Infernal, but I think Abyssal makes sense too.
Okay,
Well, you
so I
can do Abyssal.
say to it in Abyssal, like, if you would like this ship, Holy Kraken, if you would like this ship, my friends and I will leave, and you can eat whoever is on here and take all the treasure.
The Kraken of the Opera is here.
Inside my mind.
So with all that, nothing else to do, it was time to roll.
This isn't gonna
Maybe
work.
backstory time for you now.
Would you like
I'm
to try to
sorry,
give advantage?
guys.
No, hey,
I
you know what?
just-
I'm gonna give you advantage because of the fun little tidbit about like Father Valentine randomly being into Krakens. Sure, yeah,
Okay.
interesting.
Okay. Oh no. Hey, just for fun, can I make it a performance check instead?
Sure. Oh yeah.
I have the
Same
exact
for all, yeah.
same. So
That
I
makes sense,
feel
though.
like it's just fun for it to be performance for flavor.
Especially since you sang.
Oh,
Gosh! Ah!
Well, good thing you had advantage.
I think I
What's
just peeked my
happening in
mic
this
there, but I
session?
don't
What
care.
is this session?
This has been wild.
What is what is happening?
I figured it out. I know exactly what's happening tonight.
Mhm.
It is Critmas, and Seth is getting coal.
Yep.
And yeah, it worked. I still can't believe it worked, but it worked. We cut the episode there. We said the Crake Spawn attacked the boat as we escaped to the next ship because there were still 4 more to go. How do I even describe this episode? If you really want the full experience of this episode, I would say I'll leave the VOD link down below and just watching the first crit fail where we decided to boost up the wild surges. It's kind of ominous listening back to it. But yeah, you cannot have amazing crit succeeds without 3 crit fails. I just wish they hadn't all been mine, but you can't win everything. And it was a fun moment. If I had to crit fail 3 times to have that awesome of an episode, I'm fine with that. Anyway, if you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, blame Caleb. He's our DM. This has been Seth. This has been a thorn in my side. Merry Critmas, everybody.